Hello everyone, this is Clever Fool once again. We just finished marching and fighting on standard difficulty and then did the hard difficulty and off screen just for completion's sake. You guys are just gonna have to believe that I made it from the very first tutorial all the way to the end on hard difficulty, but I promise that I did. I don't want to have to go back and record all that, so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into feeding the army.
An army marches on its stomach, or so the old saying goes. My clansmen have been farming and tending sheep for hundreds of years, but gathering enough food to feed an army is a different matter entirely. Without a strong economy, the meagre forces that we have cobbled together will collapse again.
Without a strong economy, the meager forces we have cobbled together will collapse again. I can't like remimic the enthusiasm of the original guy. Like I like this guy's voice too, but the original guy had like a certain charm to it, even though his accent probably wasn't the most accurate. Alright, so the main objectives for this mission is simply to gather 50 food, 50 wood, and 50 gold. And the hints merely just say, villagers can gather food, wood, gold, and stone. And we need these to build buildings, research text, and create soldiers. Our scouts report that there are gold deposits to the northeast and the southeast of our town centre.
To support the Scottish army, you will need to build up your stockpile of resources. To win, gather 50 food, 50 wood, and 50 gold.
50 wood and 50 gold.
To gather food from the forage bush, click a villager.
Click a villager.
Then right-click a forage bush near the blue flag.
Look at those bushes. Oh, look at those berries. Very nice. The graphics look stunning. The grass
villager will continue working for you, carrying the food to the town centre.
Stop cutting me off, William Wallace. The grass, in videos that I watched from like T90 officials, Zero Empires, and Spirit of the Law, and of course Viper, the grass was drawing to me on video, but now that I'm actually looking at it in game, it seems pretty nice.
Is shown in the upper left corner of the screen. In addition to your food stockpile, you can see your current wood, gold, and stone stockpiles.
So this is actually a really nice touch here that I didn't know of
you
before.
The faster you can gather resources. Assign your new villagers to gather food.
To gather food. Alright. Gather food. I'm just going to follow along the tutorial, even though I know that I can do it faster if I don't follow it. For now, there's no achievement or anything tied to that, and it gives me a little bit more time to talk about the experience so far. So something I noticed right away, which is really nice, is that the idle button actually appears in the top left here now. It used to appear in the bottom right. And actually shows me what I assume is the number of idle villagers I've got, which is really a really cool feature. This also shows me the population space.
You now have 50 food. To win, also gather 50 wood and 50 gold. To gather wood, click a villager, then right-click a tree.
Alright, so as I was saying, previously this was in the bottom right corner. Also here in the population, we can see that we can actually see what percentage of our population is villagers. So we have 5 total pop, and this number 5 here, I presume, is the number of villagers that we have.
Unexplored territory.
So the scouts told us that there's gold to the north and the south.
You now have enough wood.
So we use our handy-dandy ability that we just learned in marching and fighting. We drag a box around our villagers.
Find some gold.
And mine some gold. So by the time these guys all get their 10 gold, we should be good to go. And yes, these numbers are exactly as I suspected. The numbers in the bottom right corner here actually show me the assignment of villagers to each of the resources that I'm gathering. That's actually really cool. When I was playing earlier back in the day, I feel like villager distribution for certain builds and optimal builds was a little hard to learn. But now with this number at the top left in the heads-up display, I feel like it's going to be much easier to, at a glance, get a good idea of what my economy balance is looking like. And it looks like while I was rambling on, we completed the objective. Very nice, very quick. Don't feel the need to stay on this map.
Edward Longshanks, for all his disrepute, has shown his military tactics in Wales, England and France to be very effective, if not cruel and ruthless. He is indeed an enemy to be feared. The English sacked the town of Berwick-upon-Tweed. With that, I could call it a battle, but it was truly more of a massacre.
That's a spelling error!
Unless we organize our army,
That should be
there will
wood.
be more massacres to
W-O-U-L-D.
I pray that we can be ready when Longshanks comes.
Would that I would call it a battle, but truthfully, if it was more of a slaughter. That is definitely a mistake. Unless they spelled it wrong the first time, because that was definitely wood in the original HD edition. Alright, cool. Oh, didn't mean to return the map there. Let's quit to the campaign section. Cool. So this will be me, Clever Fool, signing off once again, except I'll be signing right back on in a second. Hang tight, boys.